Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Okie Grower. At least you're in the house. How you doing, sir? Back in Oklahoma. Anyways, October 8th, 2022. Boy, time flies. Especially when you're old, the time just flies by, doesn't it? I guess that's good and bad. If you're working hard, that's good. You're not doing much, maybe it's not so good. Anyhow, what's going on tonight? What's up? Hey, Dog Pound, good to see you. Thank you for tuning in from my weekend's going well. Thank you. It was going in one direction, and it switched directions, and it's going well. Thank you. Nice day today. Had some good conversations. Yeah. Starting to, you feel the fall now. I actually have to buck down all my plants. Not quite finished. I did that this week. So getting those dried out. I didn't completely trim them so well yet, but a little behind schedule on everything. Mr. Buds, good to see you, sir. How are you today? Mr. Robert Federiconi, how are you? The old friend of Dog Lips. Yeah. What's up, Bucker Up? Yeah, it's a beautiful evening out here on the west coast of the United States. Anyways, well, I don't have a whole lot today. Hopefully, maybe we'll get some content from our viewers. And when I mean content, I mean pretty much cannabis stuff, not any naked pictures, especially of your willy. No, man, don't do that. That's just rough. Trying to take a little channel down. Come on. Hey, Miranda Family Farms. Good to see you. I guess I'll throw up a link, see what anybody has to say. But, yeah, kind of any news, any questions, any whatever may happen. But if you do come down to, you got to touch your nose or something, because as silly as it may seem, it saved me from erasing the stream that I don't have to. Any good thoughts? I guess most people, I'm sure, are starting to harvest, right? I think I'm kind of far north. I'm not, north end of California, anyways, and I know we've taken longer than Southern California, but yep, it's time now. I'm starting to, even though I don't think when they're finished, I'm seeing a little bit of a botrytis setting in on some of the branches. So it's like, yeah, I'm taking everything down. Hey, Valley Grown Seeds. How you doing? What we got here? That sounds maybe tasty. Fermented peach. I wonder if you do anything with, I've been hearing more about seeds, different seeds and meals and such. Is you talking? I wonder if big old fruit trees, if those kind of like peach seeds and stuff can you make seed meal with those? I don't know. Look, I think I have someone who looks like he's in trimming jail. You in trimming jail, Dog Pound? Is that you? Yes, you are. Let's put you up. Let's show what trimming jail looks like. Look at that.
I grew this cheese, and this cheese strain refused to grow correctly. It just grows in giant bulk little buds, and then has all these millions of leaves in between everything. I hate it.
No, I'm not a fan of those kind of trimming jobs either. Those are, yes, some strains are definitely easier to trim than others. Hey, Buds, what's up?
Without a doubt.
What's up?
Hey, Buds.
What's up, dog?
We got some green bicycles in the house. Look at that.
Week 7.
So, me and Buds has a friend with the first time problem that's just hilarious. He grew a couple of plants outside, and those things got so big, he's got every jar of his filled up, half his basement lined with them, and he's got about 25 brown paper bags filled with weed right now.
So that's his problem.
Yes,
He's
he
only
does.
got 24. I took one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a good. So it's all. He got it all trimmed up, huh?
Well,
Yeah, he's
wet
got it
trimmed.
trimmed up good. Like,
Yeah,
So what? So what were those genetics for that plant? Someone asks.
I believe it was strawberry glue.
For that cheese?
Oh, for the cheese, I have no idea. I believe the seeds either came from Buds and Hazard or Stony Baker.
Okay.
no, the blue cheese is Pilgor strain.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so it's blue cheese.
Blue cheese, yeah.
And, you can't deny this plant. There's 2 of them here in a 5-gallon bucket, and the top cones are still almost as big as my palm.
No, that's pretty good for a 5-gallon bucket. Not bad at all.
Turn that thing.
And like I say, there's 2 plants in here, guys.
There was 3.
Wow. In a 5-gallon, that's a 5-gallon paint bucket.
Well, it was one of those. It was my buddy started them, and he put a seed in. It didn't pop, and he was impatient, so he tried putting 2 more in, and then everything came up.
Well, so those are seeds.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. Someone
Yeah,
asked me
we
a
only
question real quick.
Seeds.
Yeah, if it's still granular and it hasn't got wet, it'll be fine. Might even be better. So yes, it's still good after 5 years, unless it gets wet. Thank you.
Keep 'em dry.
Excuse me, gentlemen, but heck yeah, that's a good thing about when you don't make liquid organic fertilizer. The shelf life is a long, long time, a lot longer.
It's awesome. 2 more weeks and I'll be harvesting purple
Okay.
punch and white goji.
That one big plant we just you showed us.
Yeah, the 2 of them. The white goji's on one side and then the purple punch is on the other. Purple punch looks more even, and the white goji has them big donkey dongs. They stretch like hell.
Okay, 2 weeks, huh?
I got a couple of product questions, Pat.
Okay, look at my little
Now,
buddy.
is your product for everything, or is it specific for photos?
No, it turns out it works really well with photos, but no, that was just a happenstance that it seemed to work with photos pretty well. But no, in fact, yeah, that's a new development that it does work with photos. No, it actually works with citrus and roses and vegetables.
And I'm using it for autos too. You just have to know, to add it sooner, to bubble the teas together sooner. It's just working quicker because you're in a shorter span, life cycle. But I'm using it for the autos.
No,
Having good success.
no. Speaking of autos and fertilizers, we're back in talks with Nat from Humboldt Seeds, and also I spoke with the Aussie CC, who showed up last week. And,
Yeah, I was in his show last night. He was on. I was waiting to see if you came in there, Pat, and you didn't show up. But he was on last night.
I need to participate more with his stuff, but anyways, yeah. So we're that's kind of on the table again.
That's cool.
But who knows?
Definitely want to test some of that out.
No, and I'm sure it'll work for everything. Just as Ocean Bounty works pretty fine.
Now,
that would be good too. The auto mix might even give the photos a little boost in flower, a little quicker release and stuff. Might be good for both.
Nice, Okie.
No, I don't know a whole lot of the details, so I'm taking a shot in the dark. But I think part of the technology is kind of what you're talking about, where you could have different release rates. They could be the way they're maybe physically designed or chemically designed or whatever. They could, so you could have release rates at different stages as they're needed. That's my best guess at some of the new technology. But
that's what Ozzy was saying with the particle size. From nanoparticles and larger up. It releases at different stages because of the size of the particle.
No, that's yeah. I like working with geometry. Geometry is so important in chemistry. It's one of the things that's fascinating about, especially biological chemistry. Uh, the proteins are basically keys and locks. You know, it's all has to do with the shape of everything. But anyhow, that's back on the table again.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
No, it's something else I can do.
Now,
Yeah.
have you looked anything into creating a instead of a powdered form, a liquid form of your fertilizer?
Well, no, actually, no. I think that's actually, and then you can say we already have. The happy NEC is a liquid form of fertilizer, except and this is what I alluded to earlier. Whenever you have a liquid organic fertilizer, it it has no stable. It's not stabilized. It can't if it breaks down anaerobically like a sewer, and it explodes and it gets sour basically, right? Anything that used to be alive, you mix it with water and seal it, it will go sour.
Yeah,
Just
kill it.
so they in organic if you make liquid organics, there's a little cheat that they do. They acidify it to around pH of 3 to kill the bacteria, which is kind of the NPK is still there that's on the label, but the bacteria, which is beneficial, is pretty much been neutralized. And that's a dirty little secret in the liquid organic game. So really, yeah, and
That
not
way
only
it's done.
that, it's not green as far as water is very expensive to ship. It's heavy
Yeah.
and it's expensive to ship and it's bulky to ship. So you're shipping around a lot of water that has a lot of weight that costs a lot of money when you really don't have to.
Okay.
But that's my story, sir, and I'm sticking to it.
So they kill the bacteria so the the nutrients don't spoil then, right?
Well, the mix doesn't spoil. I don't think the nutrients ever spoil, but it becomes.
No, but it'll sour if
It,
the
it sounds. I
bacteria
don't.
dies.
To be 100% honest with you, maybe being rancid, it's still very usable. I wouldn't be surprised, but the fact that, yeah, they kill the bacteria and the nutrients are still there. The nutrients would all. I don't think you can make the nutrients disappear. You can make them less available, I imagine, but yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know
I
what I
would
just
think
said.
bacteria, you're making it less available.
Yeah. So here's one of actually Miranda Valley that brings up, but I don't know if this was, I think this might have been before you, but when I was working with Subcool and we were coming up with his amendment mix, he called them charge packs. And,
Cool. Yeah.
and we did 3 test mix. Yeah, we sent out mix A, B, and C. One was his original, one was a variation that I did, and one was a variation my partner did. And it turns out the original was as good as the others. So, well, that's a good memory, Miranda Family
Yeah.
Farms. Actually, I think my company has a roll of his labels because that never were used, and they're like they're labels like this. But they're very similar to my labels except it's Subcool brand and it's a picture of him.
Yeah.
Wonder if I could just hand those out to good folks. I know that's a good little souvenir item because they're pretty rare.
And they're slaps.
Yeah, they're slaps too.
Yeah,
I ought to get those, shouldn't I? I ought to see if I can get those sent to me.
that'd be cool.
Yes.
Oh, this thing is so sticky. I can't like trying to open my hand.
I I put like oil or something on my hands first, or I even use gloves. I hate that. I hate that stickiness. It's nasty.
Well, look, normally I'll wear like black gloves or something, but it's just this tiny little bit. I figured, okay, just do it. But man,
No. Yeah, Miranda Valley Farms was part of the Subcool project. Thank you. I think I have a list somewhere of all the people that did that. That's what I should do. All the people who tried it, I should get a sticker and send it to them. That would be kind of cool. Captain
So
Scrog,
what
I
you
will
got
look
going
into
besides
this.
the Humboldt? That's cool. Are you harvesting yet, Pat?
Yeah, I did. a couple days ago. It's almost all down. It's just drying now. Yeah, it's a lot of work
Yeah.
that I don't look forward to, and I really don't have the time. So we'll see. We will see. So how's your world going, Buds? What's going on up in your neck of the woods?
Same old thing. I know. Did you get my message about that guy in Bradley who owns them 3 grow stores? He seems
No.
real interested in green bicycles.
Where'd you
So
message
I was
me at?
on Instagram.
Oh yeah, I don't. Yeah, I need to set that. Yeah, I don't look at that very. Okay, I'll check that out. Thank you.
Yeah. Because I don't know if you wanted to call him or if you wanted me to go down there with some
No,
samples.
if he's interested, no. If he's interested, I'll give him a call. If you send me
Okay,
the.
yeah. I gave you his number and everything. It's on Instagram. The grow store. He's got 3 stores, and yeah, he seemed to be really interested in the 2-part green bicycles. So give him a
Okay,
call.
I will. Thank
It's a
you.
new store too. He just opened this one in July, so he's looking for new stuff he can put on the shelves.
In novel stuff and unique stuff that n-
That's
not enough people have, to my chagrin. No, that's great.
yeah.
We need those leads. We need to get on more store shelves for sure.
Yeah.
In fact, that might be a little thing I should give out prizes or for samples. If anyone who could get me a lead to a grocery store where they know I'll call, no, it's a big help if they are interested before I just make a cold call. Cold calls
Yeah.
are tough. Here's something called. They say we don't buy bicycles. I say I know. I have to explain that. After I explain it, we don't sell bicycles. It's like then the conversation's pretty much over. But yeah, that would be
You
great.
might have to remind him. It was a couple weeks back that El Chupa was there, and he talked up the green bicycles, showed him pictures of the outdoor grow, and the guy was very interested.
No, I'll definitely follow up on that. Thank you. Oh,
Cool. So you done trimming them 2 buds yet, dog? I'm sorry.
you know what makes your life a little bit nicer? Is when you got 2 of these. They're loyal. They love me.
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on.
Not doing cats no more. I put my last cat down. If I do anything, I'm gonna do a French bulldog.
Yeah, I'm going.
I've got, Andrew Guzman. He's got them Frenchies. He said when his girl goes into heat and gets pregnant, I can have one of his pups. So that's cool.
Well, there you go. You
I
got a
just have to
lead.
go to California to get it.
Oh, well, we're at in California. California's a big place.
Well, he's down there by towards Slab City down there.
Oh, okay.
He's by what's that concert they have all the time?
Oh, I know. I know what you're talking about. By Palm Springs, Indio. It's in by Indio.
Yeah, he's in that town. Yeah, by Indio. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you'll have to go visit. Go visit the slabs.
No, he said if I pay him, he'll just ship it. If I pay for shipping,
Oh,
it'll
okay.
cost too much to drive there and back, even in a Prius.
So, how do you ship a dog? Is there special couriers for that, or is there?
No, you can just take. I took last dog I shipped was on Southwest from right at whatchamacallit, Midway Airport. Just bought the dog a ticket. You had to bring him in his kennel, and you just check him in, and they take him from you. My girlfriend picked him up at the airport.
Oh, so it's not. Okay, so it's not like going through the mail.
No, you take them to the airport and send them on a plane. Have somebody that's going to pick them up when they land and all that.
No, they send chickens and stuff in the mail. It's not that funny. It's not that outlandish. They do that. So
yeah, they probably could do it like an overnight thing. Yeah.
No, as soon as you said that, all I thought of was UPS. Yep, wrap of the puppy in bubble wrap.
Yeah. How's that work to keep them safe? Yeah, I'm not. Oh, thank you.
I'd put them in the box with all that little popcorn around them.
Yeah, actually, one of the kind of the subgroups I used to follow was kind of based around the Slab City, and there's some unique characters and some unique culture and different groups that come out of Slab City. Yeah, interesting place. Air shipping birds. Oh man.
Got cold here all of a sudden. It was like 58 degrees, 55 degrees today.
I think did I ever tell you this story? I don't have a good story for why it's called green bicycles. And by the way, it's not spelled that way, sorry. So it's not GR.
Yeah, that felt wrong.
A lot of people don't see
I
that.
think you did tell it before, but go ahead and
No, I need a story because there is no real good story. I was going to have a bicycle company called Green Bicycles. I was going to make frames, and it turns out my color vision and eyesight was not good to braze. You have to be a good color is real important when you're brazing. And I kind of lost that, so that kind of dashed my hopes of a bicycle frame company. But I like the name for some reason, and I'm kind of overly creative. I wouldn't do it again because it's what's the I've actually had a lady would not put it in the store because of the name. Big store in Barberville, which is a big
Really?
place, because she said she thought it was an inside joke and it offended her. So,
Inside.
so she said, she goes right away. She goes, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking this is some kind of inside joke. I don't think it's funny. No, I don't want your stuff.
Should have told her it keeps your plants pedaling.
I was deflated. I didn't know what to say. I'm not a good salesman. But actually, I think I've said this story. That same lady said, after this conversation, she said, by the way, she said, I do consulting work. And I said, what's that? And she said, well, I could help you get your products on our shelves. And it's like, are you kidding me? I have to pay you? And she would have just changed the name of my company. That's what she would have done. And then she would have said, okay, now we'll buy them. But you have to pay me to do that. That's some of the stuff you deal with.
That's a scammer.
But anyways, I do. You know what? Lately, my website has been. There's that HTT. I don't know what it is. It's been down. I heard it's a fault with the GoDaddy, but it's not HTTPS right now, so it's not. I don't think it's considered secure. So if you try to go to it, you get all these like red flags. So I'm not even sure if it's up and running, but it's www.greenbicycles.com. And Amazon, I sell on Amazon, but they bury my stuff so deep. If you spell it out completely correct, it's like 3 pages down sometimes. It's like they're almost criminal because I don't pay them extra money. But
yeah, and then they put out the 50-gallon containers before you get to the 2-pound bag deals. You have to keep scrolling until you find the deals.
No, yeah, they make it very difficult. It's like you type in Green Bicycles Ocean Bounty, and there'll be 3 pages of other stuff. It's like that's not honest.
Yeah, and I think I'm the only one that dropped the review on there.
If I suggest anyone who watches my show and wants my product, just call me direct.
Isn't it Yahoo still good?
Yeah, Yahoo. You can always get up on my Yahoo.
Yeah, I'll have to put the Yahoo on my about page instead of the WW Green Bicycles one.
The thing, and actually this is another reason, is that I ship. I don't let my stuff go to the Amazon warehouse. I do my own shipping because I make it. Sometimes I throw in a T-shirt. Sometimes I throw in extra stickers. I always throw in a personalized note. Everyone who's ever ordered from me's gotten a note handwritten by me. It's one of the things I do. Yeah. So that I don't want to leave that up to Amazon. So I ship everything myself through for my Amazon orders. So, and I think that's another reason that I'm not very I'm buried at Amazon. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But here's another. Yeah, here I'm gonna complain a little bit. The first 4 years of Green Bicycles, or 5 years, and Amazon sales doubled every year, which is really good. You know, and especially the third, fourth year, they were getting substantial, actually, very well. And then last year, I started my website, and so now, and then my Amazon sales dropped 90% because I don't know, because they know their algorithms show that it's sold somewhere else, and actually it's cheaper on my website. So I think they know all that. So then they don't like you so much. They want to have a monopoly on your product.
Yeah.
I should try eBay. I actually, maybe I should. Maybe it'd be easier to find on eBay. That's probably a good idea. It wouldn't hurt. That's for sure. But everyone buys from Amazon though. It's, you know what I mean? They have a huge market.
They do. I shop eBay though too. I find something, sometimes you get better deals on eBay.
Do you still want to agree? I think I have one more banner. Okie Grower, you're always on my show. I'd send it to you if you wanted.
Yeah, he's
That's what you're
got that giant facility going up. That would be great to have a banner out there.
Get me an address and I can get it out to you.
Yeah, I seen pictures of that facility. It's huge.
Did you
That
just buy
Opie's
something from
working
me, Okie Grower? I just bought an Amazon card maybe 2 hours ago. Oh, I don't know what that means.
Amazon card.
Anyways, the problems of the first world.
It's awesome.
I can't complain, but I do.
Hell yeah. I ain't got nothing to complain about, but I certainly make a habit of complaining. Hey, be quiet, dog.
Life is good. You work, sometimes when you work hard, there's some kind of weird, strange reward. Oh, look at this. Oh man, I think what I'm saying is this would be pretty cool. I didn't see it. I heard I did. Maybe I need to watch it. But there's a buddy of mine, Shango Los. He's kind of a media guy in the industry. He's real good connections on the West Coast. Maybe
Yeah,
more.
you've had
but
him on the show before.
no, great guy. And anyways, I guess he's been plugging and he even mentioned because Kevin Jodry does recommend my product sometimes. So that's nice.
Awesome.
Sometimes things like that make a difference,
Yeah,
and
and you've had him on the show, right?
Yeah, he's a character. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would love to have him again, catch up and see what he's been up to lately. If he's weathered the storm. Last year was brutal. This talk about the cannabis industry. It was tough year. I don't know what about Oklahoma. Maybe someone has some. Thank you, Oklahoma. Okie Grower, IG me.
Now, are you talking about tough year as far as growing, or tough year as far as sales and distribution?
I think the growing industry, it's all, the growers stopped growing in California. A lot of them, I've heard the numbers, like almost half stopped growing, especially the legal farms. So that trickles down. That's the basis of a big whole industry, right? It starts there.
And last year, didn't half the farmers leave their crop just rot in the field because it wasn't worth harvesting?
Yeah, the prices dropped and the inventory shot up, and they're still sitting on stuff from last year. So a lot of people got cold feet but then then there's big places like that one place that was owned by Paul Mitchell hair products. They can weather the storm. In fact, they don't mind $1 million losses.
Yeah. Yeah, if you got it to lose.
I know a lot of Cali growers went there, but I'm just they're doing. I'm kind of curious. Are growers making money in Oklahoma? Are the farms increasing or decreasing? I'm curious. Yeah, California was
making money in Illinois. That's for sure.
I don't honestly. I don't think in some of the stores I heard in Oklahoma aren't doing that well either. Actually, I heard that from a couple of sources, so I would question that too, how well Oklahoma is doing, because it's grocery stores are kind of a good thermometer.
Yeah, but you also got to consider what are those grocery stores charging, and is it anything reasonable compared to common street prices?
What do you? I'm talking. What do you mean? The supplies? You mean?
Yeah, like if you go to a dispensary or something and buy your weed, are you paying like $70 for an eighth when you can get it for 25 on the street? That makes a big difference.
No, it does. No, it does.
And
I
that's
just
about
looked
how
at
it
the
is here in Illinois.
prices. Yeah, but the prices for like rosin and shit in Illinois are down like $25 a gram. But then when you want like wax or a good shatter, they want $70 a gram. It's like holy crap!
Well,
Just
you can get
the
that.
difference in prices is ridiculous here. And for flour, it's always just high. They've even raised prices.
Well, here you get shatter for like $9 a gram, and that's
Yeah,
that's retail. That's crazy.
yeah.
Wow.
Not here. You're paying 70 up to $90 a gram for shatter here. It's ridiculous.
And that's crazy too. You can get shatter for like $9 a gram, but it takes like 3 or 4 grams to make that 1 gram of shatter. How much you get in a gram of weed? $3? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
The
they
No,
are.
price.
They're getting ounces for $30, $40.
no, they're selling pounds in Oregon. I've heard $10 pounds, but I know there's $200 pounds.
What?
Yeah, I've
Well,
heard of
yeah,
the
well, they
200.
grow it commercially. It's
Wow.
it's like corn.
Yeah.
It's not that expensive to grow
No, it's
when
not.
you do it in mass. And when they do it like that, and then what they do is they a lot of it is where they flash freeze it and process it immediately. So there's no dry, there's no real dry. They used to have to dry it, and that takes a lot of room. And now they flash freeze it.
Yeah,
I
and they
think,
cure.
and then just and do extractions. That's the most economical way. That's how they're probably selling it for $2 a gram.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of processed. But when you're doing big fields, it's the scale of the economy of scale, I guess you could say.
Yeah. And it's the supply and demand too. If the market's flooded, you're not going to get a high price for your product.
No, the less it's handled, trimmed, harvested by people, the cheaper it is to do, and that's what you're seeing. It's going to be all, hopefully they'll always be like kind of an organic winery model where people are willing to pay for handcrafted and
Yeah, the
single
craft
plants
grower.
instead of broadcasting. But yeah, who knows?
I call those places the pump and dump. It's like they're just pumping out mass amounts of weed and they're just dumping it on this. It's not with love and care like, the medical grower, craft grower is doing. You got to
No,
talk to your babies and tell them they're doing good and encourage them to grow.
no, and that's a big part of what happened in California too. Is whether you like it or not, laws kind of favored more money, and there are still big farms, and one big farm might wipe out 30, 40, 50 other farms because you just really can't compete with the really big farms. So that's part of the natural thing that's going to happen, and it's painful. I think they're trying to work on ways to make it a little more equitable in different places, Humboldt County especially. But that's what happens, right? Money, money,
Yeah.
money wins most of the time.
Well, the
But
big guy
hopefully they
buys
will.
out the little guy.
That happens. Yes, Mr. Wagon, how are you, sir? I think he's there. I
And
think I saw videos of you down in Slab City.
Now, nothing against dispensaries or anything here in Illinois, but a couple of these dispensaries are making what we call clown strains. They're combining strains, coming up with their own name, and they're not making big batches. They're only letting them like veg for 30 days and then hitting them to flower and stuff like that. We call them clown strains because it doesn't matter the name of it. There's really no flavor profile. There's no terpene profile to it. It's just weed, you know? I don't know.
No. So how many? Oh my goodness. Anyways,
Pansy
Now,
left the
depend,
billboard.
is there a lot of competition where you are for dispensaries? Is there a lot of them, or is there just a couple?
I
They're
wouldn't
all
say.
over.
Yeah, I wouldn't say a lot.
No, there's not. It's not flooded market, but yet it's controlled. There's only like 5 or 6 grower distributors that feed these, and they own the dispensary. The grows that
Yeah.
feed the dispensary own it. So it's a very weird situation.
And you here in Illinois, you can't just own a dispensary and a grow, and just grow it and sell it. You actually have to sell it to yourself at a price so they can tax you there. And then when you sell it to the customer, you get taxed on the sale of it and the purchase of it. So you're getting taxed 3 times, even if you own the fucking grow and the dispensary.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
And
that's
we
crazy.
don't get to see any of that cool outdoor. Like we don't get to see anything from other states, like Jim Belushi's weed, or you
Yeah.
know,
Like Tyson's weed,
Willie
none of
Nelson's weed. Yeah, we don't get to see none of that exotic weed that comes from other states because it's only Illinois weed is sold in Illinois. That's
yeah,
bullshit.
that's that. Yeah, it can't cross interstate lines. But I've heard there's been some movement towards. We always hear. I've been hearing this for years. Or Congress is going to do something. Somebody's going to do something. But I've heard there's movement to to do something with it on the federal level. But once that gets normalized and you can have interstate travel, then it's going to become much more normalized. Then California will, I'm sure, will have a bounce back because
Yeah,
people
because
like
they'll be able to ship it out to places like here
yeah.
that are stuck smoking this Illinois crap.
No, and that's the
And
way hemp is. Hemp, you can cross state. In fact, you can cross country borders. So it's so much more safe and lucrative when you're in the market is just vastly larger when you can cross state lines, right? Or
like
countries.
any cash crop, like corn or soybean, we ship it all over the damn place from Illinois.
And I know it's good for the people, but where the states went wrong is allowing people to grow their own, no matter what state, medical or recreational. The second
All
they
right,
were
kick him
allowed to
off
grow
get
their
him out
own,
of here. Get him out. We
they
don't want
lost
get
all
him
that
out of
money.
here.
No, I'm talking from the state's point of view as far as tax generation. As soon as they did that, they lost so much tax generation off the sales because we stopped going to the dispensary.
And that that could change. It's like I'm pretty sure that's the way it is for tobacco. You can't grow tobacco, if I'm not mistaken. I could be
Well,
wrong
that's
about
what
that.
I'm worried about when they make it legal federally. They make smash us little medical
Yeah,
growers and say you can't grow it no more. You have to buy it,
yeah.
and that'll suck.
Who knows where it'll go? But yeah, it's ridiculous that it's actually a Schedule One. I think we must all agree about that.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyways, yes, it's a
Mushrooms
crazy
are the
law.
big new thing.
What's that?
Everyone seems to be getting into growing mushrooms.
That is a
Everyone's jumping on that bandwagon.
yes,
So
they
easy
are.
to do.
I have not.
No, me neither.
I've been
But
to
you can
pretty.
get
I've been
everything
to
you
some.
need off Amazon.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what you mean. I
Oh,
don't know. I don't know who you're referring to.
oh, you can get
Okay.
spores,
I
grow
didn't
meat.
know. That's interesting. No. I like that whole culture of fermentation for alcohol and food, and those are things I wish we'd talk about a little more, and maybe I could get more experts. I should reach out for that. That's what I should do because those are such important skills, and
Yeah.
that our ancestors knew about. Mushrooms, they definitely fall into that category.
Yeah.
And it used to be those were the skills you learned growing up. Those were
Yeah,
the ones that were passed down between the generations, but not anymore.
because you have to, because you had to know
Yeah.
that stuff. I mean, you wouldn't
Yeah.
survive if you couldn't store food, right?
Grow
And
your own veggies, have your own chickens and beef
no,
or
and
whatever
one of
kind of meat.
Here we go, Pat.
There you go. You finished that bad boy up, didn't you?
It's a nice looking nug.
Not bad. Not bad.
Well, for what it was, I mean, 3 in a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah.
It came out pretty good.
Let's see here. I think we have we got some chickens coming up.
Nice. All right.
We got
No
some
run
chickens
by
in the
here,
house.
farm going. Cool.
Yeah, why is that so light? What kind of lights?
My little girls are all grown up.
Not
Yeah.
even dark in California yet.
Not when you supplement your chicken coop.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, dang.
No, it's still not dark here. We're still got light. It's foggy
Not-
though.
You go a little foggy, about 59 degrees, I'm thinking. Yeah, so they love their daddy.
Yeah, 8 of them are laying now.
Okay.
Nice.
Are they big full eggs yet?
The oldest one is.
Do you ever let them run around outside?
No, we have a dog back here.
Okay. Does he want to eat them?
Yeah, the husky would eat them.
The husky would eat them, probably.
It looks like a good sized area though you got for them. They're cute.
Yeah, they got a 8x20 or whatever it is.
Run Boy
Yeah,
is very efficient with his space. I'll tell you what. He runs a tight ship.
That's good. Are those Levi's? So how's that Blue Dreams coming?
They're in the dome. They're just waiting to pop out
Nice.
some roots so they can get out of here.
Sweet.
Okay, good. Mine popped out roots, but I don't know if I want to ship it.
Right?
That was
Why,
the
it's
one that
got
re-vegged?
pre-flowers on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would rather. I know you'd be higher quality, and I don't want to overpromise. I'd rather underpromise.
Oh, that going to buds?
Yeah, one of them.
Oh yeah.
Is that are those Levi's or Wranglers you got on there? I'm saying Levi's. I guess
They look like Levi's or Wranglers.
Okay. He at least I got it out to one person for sure, and I'm glad he's already making clones from them. Good.
He's cloning from his clone. That's cool.
Oh, well,
Jay Stoner.
Jay Stoner.
Right.
He's a Humboldt County guy. I'll leave it at that. Now here's a guy taking a pot shot at us, Okie Grower.
Calvin Klein, get out of here.
Come on.
Designer jeans.
Those were 70s, okay?
Yeah, that's designer shit. No good farmer's gonna wear Calvin Klein.
Good. So are you happy with your chickens?
Yeah.
How many you got there? Like 10 of them?
11 of them.
11? Yeah, that's a good amount.
Yes, that should provide us more eggs than we need, but I got family that lives here too, so they all want eggs.
Let's say, how many people in your household?
Just 2 in my household, but we got another house down the street of family members.
Oh, okay.
No, those will get you eggs. Those kind of eggs go quick. People want love those, and eggs are
They
expensive.
do.
Yeah, and the main thing is hopefully pretty soon I'll be able to start getting some compost material out of here.
Oh yeah, you'll have the dry and the wet right
Yep.
there. Just scrape it all up.
Yeah,
So
they're doing a good job building up in their coop area.
Do you give them straw?
There was. I got to get more in here.
Where do you get it at Parkway?
The other feed joint. I haven't gone to Parkway in years.
Okay.
Didn't that get sold to somebody else, I heard?
Yes.
Right. I don't know too much about it. All I know is the stuff I need, they never have it in stock, so I don't go back when places piss me off like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I get my, yeah, that's right. I go through quite a bit of straw.
They're saying you actually want wood chips instead of straw for a chicken deep bed, though. Something with the fungal dominant versus bacteria or some shit.
Okay.
So
Really?
that was something I was just reading about.
Well, the reason I would, because my ducks are messy. My chickens poop like, and I have like a shelf, like, and it's easy to, because they poop a lot when they're roosting. So their coop's not bad, but the ducks go in there at night sometimes, and the geese, and they mess that stuff up. So I got to change it all the time,
Yep.
and I don't want to change out wood chips. I don't think. I don't know.
Here, the pine shavings aren't bad. I don't know what the cost is versus a bale of straw, though.
Yeah, bale of straw I think it's $11 now, maybe 9. It's not horrible. Straw is different than hay, of course.
Okay.
Hay.
I got a wild idea for you guys. Somebody brought up to me the other day.
What's that?
In my new house, I should go underneath the house in one of the bedrooms where the joints are, the rafters. What do you want to call them?
Hmm.
And build a box in between, then go back up in the bedroom and cut a square out. That way I can lower my 5-gallon buckets down and I can grow my plants bigger.
But you're cutting a hole in the floor.
Yeah, cutting a hole in the floor and then building a box underneath so it's down another foot.
Okay.
Well, you could
Yeah.
cut a hole in the floor and just grow right out of the soil from your crawl space.
Here you go.
No, I got like 3 feet, so that ain't gonna work. It's like 3 feet, man. That ain't gonna work.
Okay. Yeah, that's if you what's you got a pro and con. What's the pros and what's the cons on that one? Do you need that? How much more would you get versus what might what
I
price
would
you're willing to pay for that?
I would think it would be all cons because there would be no real environmental control at the root base. So they're either going to start sweating or start closing up because they're cold, one way or the other. So I don't know.
Yeah, you'd
You
have
see,
to have some kind of way to control it, where they're keep them warm or keep them cool, depending on the weather.
do you see this run boy on the screen
What's that?
about we should use peat moss?
I can't see the. Let's see here.
Or Bermuda grass.
Says we should use peat moss or Bermuda grass.
Yeah, wood chips, no insulation.
Interesting.
For wintertime?
So
I
where
guess
would you?
so. Keep them warmer.
I don't think our winter temps anything to even contend with in
Yeah,
this area.
I know a
No,
friend of mine has chickens here in Illinois, and he has a heated chicken coop, so I don't think it would matter because he just turns the heater on out there.
For a single person, I would think 4 chickens is enough, right?
For a single person, you probably don't even need 4 chickens. You figure an egg a day, right? If they're producing.
Well, if they're all producing, yeah.
Yeah.
If
So
you
I
ate a
guess
lot of eggs.
Yeah, you'd have extra.
Well, if you ate 4 eggs a day, that's not incredible. That's a one meal. One
Yeah, like
good
an
meal.
omelet.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's an egg in the morning, and I bake a cake at night. I mean,
No,
Yeah,
chickens are a good thing. They do. There's a lot of benefits to have, especially if they get to run around.
or if you got
But
anybody that bakes, obviously you can use up a lot of eggs.
Yeah,
yep.
and chickens
There's
eat
a
the bugs, right? They eat
Oh, not
bugs.
only that, they make if you have a dog, or even even the chickens eat chicken eggs. They love they need them the calcium. The calcium is a delicacy to them.
You ever
Oh,
grown sweet
okay.
potato, Pat?
I have not.
I'm trying that this year. See how these come out.
Nice.
I want you to help consult for me. I'm going to take all the grass out of my front yard this year and put in all, grow food and spices and herbs and stuff. Would you help
But
me?
peppers
That'd be cool.
and peppers and things like that don't do that great outdoors here, obviously.
No, I need some advice on what I should grow.
Well, that's
Is that-
what I'm testing, all kinds of different things. You ever seen these beds? These are pretty cool.
No.
You got little
It's a
covers
4
for
by
them.
4,
That's
3 by
cool.
3.
They call it a veggie pod.
Veggie pot. Very cool.
Yeah, it's pretty trick. This cover, it's like a mesh, so it keeps the flying bugs out.
Yeah.
Then you just whip this thing up.
Oh, it's on hinges. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
throw them in the garden, old damn bastard.
I just harvested. That bed was all full of lettuce. It's got a bunch of bok choy and stuff in it still.
Look at that stuff. And you were saying that chicken feed worked well as a fertilizer, right? You were getting
Yeah,
really
it
good
worked.
results.
It worked really good.
That's what I thought. I wouldn't be a
Wow.
bit surprised. Not at all.
The chicken feed, huh? That's very cool.
Yeah, well, that one had fish meal in that formula.
Oh, the fish meal. Yeah, that would definitely help.
Plants and animals eat plants and animals. I know that.
Trying some different dwarf mulberry trees and stuff I'm growing this year.
Hey,
Okay.
there are carnivorous plants.
Very cool.
You got quite a little setup there.
Yeah,
Hey, do you want any big fabric pots?
No, I got rid of some fabric beds. This was my latest score. I drove over to Medford and got a yard of pumice for $45.
Damn.
You went to Medford for that?
Yeah, I'm not going to pay $12 a bag for it.
Not when you can get, yeah, jeez.
No, you're not.
That's a hell of a deal. $40.
No.
Run Boy's got it going on over at his place.
He does. He doesn't mess around. Actually, his stuff is real impressive. He's very organized and meticulous, and it does good stuff. You can see how clean his stuff is. Look at that.
Yeah. No, it's
I'm
great.
not too organized at the moment. I got shit everywhere.
And I like seeing that he has the raised beds. That's what I'm going to have to do at my new house because, like, the side yard's on a slope, so I'm going to, like, tier it all but raise the beds up.
Yeah, you'll have tears like on the side of a mountain.
Yeah, exactly. Well, being crippled, man, I can't bend down like a normal person and just do stuff, so I got to raise the beds up to where I can just walk next to them and do my work.
And that girl got some legs on her, huh, Run Boy?
Yeah. Georgia pie under sodium lamps. Yeah, I like the raised beds. It makes it a lot easier to work in those.
So you don't suggest going right in the ground, like
If you
outdoors?
can, yeah, absolutely. If you can, but it, like he said, he has mobility problems. A raised bed makes
Okay.
it easy for him.
Yeah.
And if you want your yard to be like landscaped and fancy looking, raised beds can be kind of nice.
No, that's what I was trying to tell my mom.
Are those the earth boxes there?
These?
Yeah.
No, these are 2-gallon pots in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got crazy shit around here.
So you could actually throw a little like dinner party and supply a very cool little meal and pre-party treat.
Yep.
It looks like to me.
And fresh veggies and
Are you brewing any
spices.
booze? Are you fermenting anything?
No,
Why not?
I don't know. Haven't got into that yet. I have plenty of earth boxes back here. These are all earth boxes.
Oh, there you go.
These had tomatoes. I still got tomatoes hanging, but they're all blighted out and dying off. And I had dragon egg cucumbers and all my peppers and stuff were in earth boxes.
Nice.
I've got mixed feelings about the earth boxes in this climate. We're too.
Yeah,
You see what our sky looks like?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're really humid, huh?
Cold and foggy and humid. The earth
Yeah.
box just seems to hold the soil
yeah,
it's supposed
Too
to be
much.
continuously moist, but it like literally never wants to dry out.
Yeah, it stays wet.
yeah. There's not enough difference between the air water and the soil water. Would be my guess.
So I'm going to a mix that's 2/3 pumice, so it's going to be super high aeration. I'd rather water more frequently if I have to.
Oh, you're giving up location.
Now, it's nice that he has enough room, a large enough yard that he can grow
There's my avocado tree.
different spots. Whereas,
No.
like, I got a smaller yard, so I'm just going to do, like, a whole crop of tomatoes one season and then potatoes another season and just store them.
He makes well use of his space.
Yeah,
Pretty-
I'm
he has
loving this.
he has a nice setup.
You
should be
probably
proud
can't
of
see it. I just grafted this avocado tree. My buddy sent me the material to do that.
Oh, okay.
And I had artichokes.
Yep. So look at him growing food in his front yard. That's his front yard.
That's cool.
Corner lot, by the way. Showing off.
Huh.
I love it.
Yeah, we got lots of artichokes.
Man, it's beautiful you live in a place where you can do that. Like here where I'm at currently right now, I could never do that to my front yard. They'd come right in fines left and right.
That's just crazy.
Well, this fence here, this is my cat's playground inside here.
He's got everything separated. Cats here, dogs
So they
here.
can't climb over the fence, huh?
They can't kill each other. Well, you got corn too, right? On?
Yeah,
Look, you got a ramp for the cat. You're
experimenting with it.
you're a good cat dad. Look at that.
Got a real nice setup.
That's catnip. That's a
Oh.
catnip plant.
Wow,
Do they like
that's
it?
cool.
Some cats like it, some don't. Do they like it?
Oh yeah, they love it. All the
They're
neighborhood
sitting
cats
right
do.
underneath it.
Look
And
at
my
all the
zoo-
stuff you got.
Yeah,
My zucchinis are out here. I got big.
See, what a beautiful day here on the coast, huh?
And here still, I got to get out here and get these round type zucchinis.
Your stuff looks like it did real good.
No, that's a great guy. No, he has a great. I need to have him come over and help me plan mine out.
These are huckleberries.
Got some huckleberries.
Huckleberry. I'll be your
Berries go like
huckleberry.
crazy here. We have tons of wild berries.
Those are a nightshade huckleberry, not the native huckleberry.
Okay.
That's why you got all them wineries that grow the grapes out there, like in Sausalito and up there in Marin and all that.
Yeah.
My beans.
Hey, do
Still
you
got-
need another gate like that?
That's not a gate. It's like a cat fence gate. It's like plastic mesh.
Oh, I have a metal one you might want.
There you go.
Yeah,
Look at
there's
that.
the
Oh,
there's
there.
the.
Boy.
That's why
Yeah.
you can't let the chickens free range.
Uh-huh.
He didn't
Bad
even lift
dog.
his head when you came in. He's like, I'm sleeping.
He's used to it. Camera in his face.
They're notorious. I was lucky. I had two big dogs that had no problem with chickens. They didn't mind them. They ate with them.
Here's all my
And-
strawberry runners that I rooted up.
There you go.
Very cool.
Oh, I want to put in a whole row of strawberries. Once I get my fence put up, the middle of the fence, I want to do a whole rows of strawberries all along the fence line.
Doesn't it take a while to get strawberries like to grow?
No, they grow quick if the season's right. But
Oh.
some of them have to go through a cold before they'll fruit.
Flower, yeah.
Yeah, you plant strawberries early or late, one or the other.
Unless you get like the everbearers, which I ran those in hydro in a greenhouse and they did pretty good.
What do you think of the taste of those?
The ones I grew were good. I can't remember. I think they're called TriStar or something like that.
Very cool.
Any of the homemade ones will blow away a store-bought strawberry.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Especially if it's grown with green bicycles.
Yeah,
There you go.
he uses some of that stuff over there. He's not a monoculture guy. He's the opposite. He's a polyculture.
Yeah.
You're a polyculturist. I think I don't know if I'm coining that term, but you are a polyculturist.
I got a clone problem around here too. Well, because
Yeah.
I'm running 3 new genetics that I'm trying to pheno hunt packs of at once.
Yeah, that's a lot. I know
Yeah.
how fun it is, but it's a lot of
So
room.
then you end up with all these damn clones, one of each, selection, until you finish flowering them out.
Okay.
No. Do you do anything outdoors with cannabis here?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't waste my time.
Dude, I
Not-
did fine. I did fine this year. I had to take everything down. I got a little book detritus last week, but not much.
If I did, I would probably have them where I could slide them under the patio in the evening or something.
Okay.
I had a greenhouse at one point, and I did some in there, and it was nothing but mold fest.
That happens. That's why you got to get them. They can't really fully mature, but hey, they make great edibles. We got
Right.
tons of that material for next year.
Well, you get plenty of that anyway when you're cropping out every month.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's factual statement.
All right, well, I'm going to take off, Pat. Thanks for having
Hey,
me on.
looking at the clock, we've been on about an hour. I'm good unless anybody has any extra questions or something. Thank you for the content. Bud's showing us your stuff. Dog pound trimming a big old fat couple buds. And Rum Boy showing his polyculture garden.
Very cool.
And,
Don't
and
forget to check your Instagram.
I will check my Instagram tonight, sir.
All right.
Are you
Well,
gonna
have a
get
good one.
active? Are you gonna get active on Instagram?
Again,
Yeah.
I should. I set up there's no notifications. So maybe I'll just turn the notification button on so I'll know when I get stuff.
Yeah, because when you go on Instagram, the only green bicycles is Bud's.
Hey,
Okay.
I gotta do my thing. You know?
I appreciate. I need to. Okay, hint taken.
You know, even your math questions were cool.
I need more of those, by the way.
There you go.
So,
All right. Have a good
hey,
one.
thanks for watching. See you next Saturday, I guess, at 6 Western time. And have a good night's sleep. Have a great weekend. And peace out. All that
All
good
right.
stuff. Good night.